Yeah, so as you're doing that, we'll get straight into tonight's business. If this is your first time joining our community call, my name is Emmanuel, or popularly called Noel, and I am the founder of Cascade. And Cascade is a platform that focuses on educating and teach people about Web3 and the blockchain and its opportunities. All right, so somewhere 2 weeks ago, we started looking at a series. We like back to basics. So we started going over the basics of, blockchain and cryptocurrency. So last 2 weeks, we said a lot of things about the blockchain, how the blockchain works. Last week, we continued, talked about Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, just like my admin was saying. The admin was doing a recap. So today we'll be focusing a lot of, we'll be talking about cryptocurrency because we'll be saying a lot of things about blockchain. So please, if you are yet to share the class flyer and everything, please quickly do that. I think I have to do that too. Sorry, give me a sec. So sorry. So please, everyone, quickly share the flyer and the. Uh, let's quickly do that. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to share mine too. Um, uh, yeah. So I believe we've all done that. So yeah. So I said today we'll be focusing on talking about cryptocurrencies. All right. So, but before we start talking about cryptocurrencies, there's something important we need to look at, and that is evolution of money. All right. Evolution of money is something. When I teach about cryptocurrency, I like starting from evolution of money so that we understand the financial structure and we understand why cryptocurrencies were created, the importance of cryptocurrency because people just see cryptocurrency as like an alternative to payment. But cryptocurrency is just not just an alternative payment, it's an evolution. It's the next big thing in the financial system. All right. It's the next big thing in the financial system that we've gone from different stages, of trading and exchanging of goods and services. We've gone from different stages of commodity and transaction from the barter system, the commodity, the metal, the paper money, to the bank transfers and the rest of them. So we've gone through different stages in this thing. So what we'll be doing this night is to go through over them again so that we know how exchange started, all right? And we can be able to then from there travel down to cryptocurrencies and look into the uniqueness of it. So, evolution of money. So, first of all, the evolution of money started in uh, through the barter system. We call it trade by barter. I mean, if you did social studies if you're a Nigerian here and you did your social studies, you should know what I mean by trade by barter. And trade by barter was simply a means where people exchanged items for items. All right. So let's just say, I'll try to explain it. So let's just say, oh, I am a farmer, all right, and I I I cultivate yam, all right. Then because I yam is what I cultivate, so I have a lot of yam. So what do I do is when I finish cultivating yam, so I have a lot of yam in my farm. So if I need oil now, I have to give the person that. So I have to look for somebody who has oil and the person needs yam. All right. So no, if I need maybe I need a goat now, I need to meet someone who has a goat and the person needs yam. So you have to actually look for someone who matches your need. The person who has what you want and you have what the person wants. All right. For you to be able for this kind of exchange to go through. So this was like a trade by barter. So you give me yam, or I give you yam, you give me goods. All right. Exchanging goods or exchanging items for item. So, but with what I explained, it was quite limiting. All right. And one of that limitation is that you have to struggle with double coincidence of wants. All right. That double coincidence of one means that, okay, Lawal is on the call here. Lawal, my friend, what's up? So Lawal is on the call here. So now I have yam, I cultivate yam, and okay, Lawal is from the north. Lawal, you sell ram or you sell cow, all right? Or you have cow, you rear cow, and I cultivate yam. So it's how if the only time I can be able to transact with Lawal is if Lawal needs yam and I need cow, then I have to now transact with Lawal. So if the both parties don't need it, so it's not just one thing to look for somebody who just one thing is for somebody for you now, me that have it, maybe I need a cow. One thing is to find someone that needs cow. Maybe the person you find that needs cow, the person might be looking for a goat. All right. So the person might not necessarily be looking for the yam that you have. So your trade with that person won't work. So it has to be double coincidence. That's what I mean by double coincidence of wants. So one of the limitations is double coincidence of wants means that I have to need what you have and you have to need what I have. Is that clear? Please, if you are following me and I'm explaining it very well, please drop a thumbs up for me in the chat. And yes, if you are still joining the call, please share the community link and invite someone. Let's have more people on the call. Please, guys, if you're following what I'm saying and what I'm saying is making sense, please drop a comment for me in the chat or drop an emoji. All right, thank you. Nice. All right. So I already mentioned the trade by barter system. So this was like the first method of trade, all right, that is being recorded in history. Then, so to overcome the barter system, a new method of trade was introduced. It was called commodity money. All right. So it was where like people had some standard form of items that can be used for trade. All right. So it's something like the trade by barter, but it was generally accepted or widely accepted. So it's just like still yam and let's just say something like cow now or cattle. A cow is a generally accepted something of value. Or let's use then we're already having like silver and gold. All right, something we can easily relate with. Then silver and gold. Silver and gold is something that is there's no way you take gold to and it doesn't have value. All right. So somebody could, even if the person doesn't really need cow now, but because cow is something of value or gold is something of value, you can exchange your goods for gold. So the commodity money simply means these things are not really far from this normal item that was used for exchange in the barter system. But there are some kind of items that were publicly accepted. It could be metal now is like silver, gold, or some of these refined metal, all right, bronze and the rest of them that were kind of generally. This was like the thing about the commodity money. So fast forwarding to the thing, all right. But before I go to the next method of exchange, we had still on commodity money. One of the challenges it had is that it was difficult to transport and difficult to divide. Just imagine that I want to buy a tuber of yam and I have a cow, how do I share the cow? Because you can never equate a tuber of yam to a cow. So the problem now is, how do I divide that cow so that it could match the value of a tuber of yam? Maybe that tuber of yam might just be what part of a cow now? Maybe the cow leg. Even though I'm very sure that the cow leg is still costlier than a tuber of yam, but let's just say the cow leg is what is matching with the value of that yam. You see, you have to kill the cow. All right. So once you keep the cow, it's no longer a thing of value. Or let us say even it was iron and metal and gold. A chunk of gold now might worth a ban of yam now again. But what you might be needing is one tuber of yam. So how do you cut the gold? All right. What is that measurement method to know that, oh, this gold and this yam are equating, or they have, like, the exchange can work? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So this was actually the challenge the commodity money faced. Even though, yes, we can say it was better than the barter system. So if you are following me, the evolution is going, all right? We are moving. So from there, we have the metal coin. Hope you are enjoying my story. Please, if you are enjoying my, if you are enjoying my story, drop an emoji for me in the community. If you are enjoying my story, drop an emoji for me in the community. Are we there? Thank you. Thank you. All right. So from the commodity era or commodity money, we moved into metal coins. So ancient civilization like Lydians around 600 BC, 600 BC, 600 before Christ, 600 years before Christ, began minting metal coins to standardize trade. Coins were durable, portable, and easily divisible. All right. So coins were often marked of states, ensuring quality and weight. So then the metal coin now, you can have like different metal coins. Different coins now had different level of value. Like a silver coin and a gold coin, they don't get the same value. So they have, okay, maybe they have a bronze coin, normal metal coin. So maybe 10 of this metal coin makes one bronze coin. 20 of this bronze coin make a silver coin. 30 of the silver coins makes a gold coin. You see the movement here. So that was it. All right. So that was it. So this was the method they were using. So each different coin had different value. So you could easily say, oh, this year I'm having, you need 3 bronze coin to buy it. All right. So if you were following my story, we are reaching somewhere small, small. So the acceptability is getting there, and the easier the trading or the exchange is now becoming. So, but one of the issues with this metal coin was another thing, transportation. All right. Because of the weight and how heavy these coins were to move them. I think if you have seen the movie, I don't know who has seen Robin Hood. I think that's the movie coming to my mind. I think then he used to steal from the treasury. They used to count coin. You see the way you can see the money, the way they carry those money. All right, the kind of heavy, how heavy the box is, and how they transport the money. All right, so you see, it's tedious to transport that kind of money from a place to another, and everything. So that is one of the challenges of the metal coin. So fast forwarding to the age. So to solve this particular problem, this was how paper money came into existence. And paper money was first used in China during the Tang dynasty. Paper money allowed governments to print currency backed by reserves and precious metals. So this paper money, they weren't just normal paper. They were backed up by precious metals. So instead of in the metal coins, these different golds, bronze had different like different coins. So instead of now, what they did, how they introduced the paper money was instead of them traveling with those gold, all right, those gold coins and everything, those papers, they are like they created a paper money that represented each of those coins. So if someone gives you that paper money, it's as good as this person is giving you that coin. So because that particular paper money has the same worth of the particular coin is backing up. So let's say, oh, this particular paper now, where can I get the paper? Okay, fine. So like now, this paper now, you can see the paper I'm holding, right? I don't know how clear it is. So this paper now, you are seeing here. So let's just say, okay, maybe any paper that is white, all right? Any paper that is white it represents the gold coin. Then maybe you have another paper that is red, another one that is yellow. So anywhere you see a yellow paper that has maybe the government stamp, you know, oh, this one it has the value of a silver coin. Maybe anyone that is a black paper with the government stamp and everything is a bronze coin. Just something like that. I'm just trying to paint a picture here, so follow me. So it's now made exchange easier and transportation or transporting this money easier. So instead of carrying those heavy gold coins, you can easily gather the papers because I mean it's value. So in that country now or in that government, anybody who has that white paper is as good as that person has the gold coin because it shares same value. It's backed up. That's why it means by something being backed up. So it means that this paper is not just an ordinary paper because it is representing something. If this paper wasn't representing anything, it's just any other paper. But for the fact to say, okay, any paper that is white and has the government seal on it represents this. The government is having making that statement. It makes this paper now not to be normal. All right. So if you are following what I'm saying now, you see that this thing is introducing us gradually into the banknotes we have today because they took it a step further where they could now print actual banknotes. That is where we now have like things like sorry, I have some money here with me. We now have like the 50 naira, the 1,000 naira notes, the 200 naira notes. So this thing or this money now is like every other paper because what makes it different from any other thing you see is because the government said that this is 50 naira. If the government didn't print something like this and say, oh, from now on, this is 50 naira note, it's not going to have value because it's printed 50 naira note. It has the government, Nigerian flag, CBN, has some numbers and code, automatically gives value to it. All right. So I hope we are following. Sorry, I'm taking my time to give you all this whole gist. I'm driving somewhere. Please, if you are following what I'm saying, drop an emoji in the community. So, yes, if you are following what I'm saying, drop an emoji. So, like I was saying, the banknotes was bettered from, the using of paper money that were backed up by these coins. So now the banknotes now evolves to the credit system. All right. So the bank issued like the notes and form of credit. All right. So these banknotes represented what do you call it? These banknotes represented a means of exchange. Even though it evolved, because even when banks started making notes, they're still making. That's why in Nigeria, I mean, I don't know how old so many of us are because I think I was already existing when we're still using the coins. All right. Then the 50 kobo coin and the 1 naira coin, apart from them writing 50 kobo on it, they were different in size, in the different metals were different. So this were bank, even though they're not banknotes in banknotes, they're still coins, but they were government coins and everything. All right. So, the whole paper money thing, the banknotes. So all I'm just trying to the whole idea of the gist is that money has been evolving. All right. So even the banknotes we still use it to the current system. Obviously, that is what the fiat money now, where that's what we exchange with, trade with, and everything. So that's what exchange with and trade with. So, from there we evolved to the electronic banking, the wire transfer, and different method of transaction through the digital system and the e-banking and everything. So making it easier that you don't have to carry cash. That's why you can go and be like buying everything and be like, oh, can I make a transfer for you? Can I send money to you? I know all this whole story I'm telling is we all are familiar with it, but I'm heading somewhere, so follow. So from there now, if there is something we have monitored, that thing we have monitored is that each of these system, all right, if you look at the evolution, they were focusing on solving on the earlier problem. So now we are now talking about cryptocurrency and DeFi as the next evolution of exchange or transaction. You see that if you notice that all these things had a fault. Now, for the fiat system, you could be wondering what issue does the banking system have? One of the issues that the banking system has is that it's not decentralized. All right, it is government regulated. Government can wake up one day and say that, oh, 1,000 naira is no longer 1,000 naira. Okay, they can wake up and say, oh, this is now the price of this. Like this government issued currency can easily be manipulated. The policies can easily change. We all remember, like if you're in Nigeria, remember that there was a time that they were like, oh, no more old notes. And, everywhere was during election last year, they were banning old notes, 1,000 naira, 500 naira, I think 200 naira too. At the time they said, oh, that they now accept 200 naira. A lot of things was going on. People had a lot of money with them. Even the new printed note was scarce. All right. So a lot of things went on. So this is to show you that these are the things, because you see that with that kind of policy now, the bank monetary system was tampered with. You see that many people couldn't make exchange, many people couldn't buy things, many people couldn't transact. You can't go anywhere because obviously you have to pay the bus driver, you have to pay the keke guy, you have to fuel your car, you have to pay the taxi, you have to go to market and buy food stuff. You needed money. And because we are in Nigeria, all right, is the Nigerian notes we use. But a lot of policy can make this thing and make it inconvenient because the government is the government's money. The government owns the money, so they can place any rule on it. So this is where cryptocurrency steps in. And the way cryptocurrency steps in that, first of all, this system of transaction doesn't belong to any government. So what determines what happens in the cryptocurrency are people who are using the cryptocurrency. Now, I think today, Bitcoin, which is an example of the first cryptocurrency, we are getting there, hit $84,000 today. All right? Bitcoin hit $84,000 today. And nobody woke up and said Bitcoin is now $84,000, then Bitcoin became $84,000. What happened? It was the market movement. People were buying, and as it was buying, the price was increasing. So you will see people were pulling or pushing money into Bitcoin. That is why we saw the significant price increase, a resultant effect of Trump's election, and a resultant effect of Trump's victory in the election. And if you have been following our class, I said a lot of things about this Trump's election and the resultant effect of it in the market. Who remember when I was teaching about bullish season and bearish season and what can drive bullish season and what can drive bearish season? Who was in that class? Who remembered? because this whole thing playing out now. I already talked about it earlier. Who was there? I mean, who was there when I talked about the bullish season and bearish season? Who was there? Nobody here was there. I mean, that was like, I mean, I think it's just like about a month ago, or yes. Nobody was in that class. People cannot be serious now. Danny, you were not there.
Can you repeat the question? I was not around.
Okay.
No,
if you say you were not there, no problem. Let me just continue.
No, like I mean.
So I gave insight. Lawal, you were not in that class.
Please, what was the question?
I'm in the class, sir.
Oh. No, I said. Yeah, ready. No question. I was making a reference to something. Lawal, you were in that class now. Why were you now mute?
Yes, I was in the class then.
When I was teaching about then
Yes,
why are you now
you
mute?
made
I'm not
mention
asking
about
and you're quiet.
You made
So,
mention about the
I was
downfall of FPS.
teaching. You said? Can you hear me? I think let me just go ahead. So, can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? I think my network is. I think my network is rolling. If you can hear me, let me know so that I will not talk to myself.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh wow. You can hear me perfect?
Yes, we can perfectly hear you.
Okay. All right. So okay, fine. Let me just continue. Yeah. So I was saying things about the whole when I was teaching about bullish market and bearish market and what drives the bullish market and what drives the bearish market. And I made a significant note about this current Trump's election. And I said that if Trump wins, obviously it will launch us into a significant bullish season in the crypto space. And it's gradually playing out now. All right. So yeah, I talked about it in like 1 month ago or 2 months ago. I think it's not 2 months ago. It was like, I think that was like the series we did before. I think I had a program in church before. I think, yeah. So it was like about 2 months ago. I talked about something like this. Yeah. So back to what we are saying. So the introduction of cryptocurrency solved the problem of the local banking system where policies, government policies affect the price and nature of the exchange, all right? If government comes up tomorrow and say that, oh, there's nothing like Naira notes again, that we are going back to coin, every Naira note you have is automatically a waste. You know, you've lost money. Okay? So, but in the cryptocurrency space, nothing like that happens. Nobody controls the market. The market is the market of the people. But the market is the market of the people. So it makes it easier that policies can be made. And this is one of the major things where that's why we say, oh, cryptocurrencies, they are decentralized. That's why I said cryptocurrency and decentralized finance. So cryptocurrency is simply decentralized finance, where nobody controls the market. And the first cryptocurrency was launched in 2009, which is Bitcoin, all right? So we all know Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is. It was launched in 2009, all right, by this guy, the anonymous guy, Satoshi Nakamoto. So this Bitcoin methodology, because it is built on the blockchain, it was a end-to-end transaction. So there are no intermediaries. unlike our local banking system, the banks, the government, they are intermediaries. Before you buy some, before I transact with another person, I have to use the government naira, all right? So what if government says, oh, this naira I have is no longer the approved naira? What am I going to do? All right? So these are the things we need to understand. So these are the issues the cryptocurrency thing is solving. So it is trustless, it is P2P, where it's person to person. I can easily send money to Danny and nobody knows. My bank is not involved. It's just my money, my wallet, and sending money to Danny in his wallet. All right. So talking about this, I will be doing a little introduction to cryptocurrency because I just really wanted to focus on the basics and introduction of like evolution to money and how it works. All right. So I'll be doing a little introduction of cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency? All right. Then from there we run along. So cryptocurrencies or crypto as we usually call it is simply means is simply a type of digital or virtual currency that uses cryptography for security. So this is to tell you that cryptocurrency is not the only digital or virtual money. If you are used to some things like obviously you heard of things like gift card. Gift card now is a type of virtual money, but it is not on the cryptography. It's not existing on the blockchain. All right. So it's not existing on the blockchain. So it's just like a digital. So this is to show you that there are other digital means of exchange. I mentioned one now, gift card. All right. Gift card, is one of I think that's one of the most popular ones. You can have other things like PayPal and the rest of them. All right. So, but what makes cryptocurrency unique from other digital currency is because it uses the cryptography for security. So this is to show you that the cryptocurrency is secured. All right, it can't be tampered with. It can't be toyed with. Cryptocurrency is secured. And how is the security? It's using the cryptography technology to provide security to the cryptocurrency. This is how the whole cryptocurrency. Crypto means secured. All right. So cryptocurrency just means secured currency. Currency that is existing on the cryptography technology. That's just how the name was coined. All right. So unlike traditional money issued by government, cryptocurrencies operate on a technology called the blockchain. All right. So, and this blockchain is decentralized. This is, if you remember what I was saying earlier, that one unique thing about the cryptocurrency is that it is decentralized. And what the factor or the powerhouse that makes this cryptocurrency decentralized is because the cryptocurrency is built on the blockchain. So blockchain is a decentralized technology that makes the cryptocurrency decentralized. I don't know if I'm making sense. So the cryptocurrency, you can't say cryptocurrency is, if cryptocurrency now is not existing on the blockchain, it is not decentralized. But that thing that makes us say, oh, cryptocurrency is decentralized is because it is existing on the blockchain. So if it was maybe one of these big bodies are the one running cryptocurrency, that is why you have to be very careful, because a lot of things come out every day in the name of cryptocurrency. And you have to be very careful. I don't want to start mentioning a lot of things, all right? But if you say something is a cryptocurrency, number one, it should be existing on the blockchain. So what blockchain is this cryptocurrency existing in? And when it tells you, okay, this is the blockchain it is existing on, what is the consensus mechanism? If you don't understand what is consensus mechanism, please visit the video watch last week's tutorials and last 2 weeks, it will explain. All right. So because a lot of things now, because now the market is making headway, is taking shape. So a lot of people will be bringing out a lot of things. And people who are vulnerable fall for these things in the name of cryptocurrency. Somebody will just bring out something from nowhere and buy and tell you that they are mining. They are mining what? So it is not a cryptocurrency unless it is existing on the blockchain. What did I say? It is not a cryptocurrency unless it is existing on the blockchain. If it is not existing on the blockchain, it is not a cryptocurrency. Let's be careful. I don't want somebody to come to my DM and say, oh, sir, someone told me to buy this thing and they said there was one mining thing they are mining, and you now put money and you don't see your money. If it is not existing on the blockchain, it is not cryptocurrency. And why I'm teaching this is for you to know them for yourself. If it's not existing on the blockchain, it is not a cryptocurrency. Stick it into your head. I've said it again and again. So, like I was telling you earlier, the thing about the blockchain, like I said, it is decentralized, and decentralized means it is not controlled by any special body or any special entity. And like I said earlier, the excuse me, the first cryptocurrency that we have is the Bitcoin, that was created in 2009 by the Satoshi Nakamoto guy. So from there we had Ethereum and other crypto.
Sorry, please.
So from there we had Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies started evolving. So in understanding, excuse me, thank you. In understanding cryptocurrency, there are a few things you need to pay attention to. There are keywords you need to pay attention to. And one of them is blockchain, decentralization, wallets, and cryptography. I've mentioned them earlier, but I'll explain now. So what is a blockchain? A blockchain is like a public lecture that records transactions or records cryptocurrency transactions. So the blockchain, I said earlier, one thing I said is that these cryptocurrencies are existing on the blockchain. They are built on the blockchain. So because they are built on the blockchain, when a cryptocurrency transaction is carried out, it should notify in the blockchain of that cryptocurrency that such transaction was carried out. And these transactions are stored in blocks and connected in chain, as the name implies. All right. So as the transaction is going on, each transaction represents a block. So that's why when I was showing you guys an Explorer, you see that the block of that transaction had a number on it. So as the transaction goes through, it forms a block, it connects to other previous blocks. So with connection with other previous blocks or blocks now or previous transactions that are being represented as a block, there's a chain is forming. So you are seeing, if you come to, let's just physically explain the blockchain. If you are seeing it, so imagine now a blockchain now, if you are seeing a blockchain where a Bitcoin blockchain, you are seeing a lot of transaction. You are seeing, oh, this person sent money. And when I'm talking about blockchain transaction, I'm not just talking about, I'm not just talking about sending and receiving. Blockchain transaction could be swap, it could be bridge, it could be lend, it could be borrow, it could be supply, it could be stake. It could be minting, you are minting NFT, you are creating a token, you are generating Kini, you are, all these things are transactions. So when I'm talking about blockchain transaction, I'm not just talking about sending and receiving. I know most times when I teach about transaction, I always use sending and receiving, but transaction is more than sending and receiving, especially during the introduction of smart contracts. I think I'll say more on this next week, all right? So I'm just like trying to give you a hint so that by the time I'm teaching next week, some of these things will be clearer. So I already explained what the blockchain is. Another terminology we should pay attention to is decentralization. So decentralization is one of the major factors that makes the cryptocurrency outstanding. And this decentralization, how it works is simply because there are different nodes powering the blockchain that is powering the cryptocurrency. So the blockchain itself is powered by different nodes. What do I mean by that? It doesn't have a single powerhouse. There is no place you go to and be like, okay, this is where the Bitcoin powerhouse is. A lot of people around the world are powering the Bitcoin blockchain. A lot of people around the world are powering the Ethereum blockchain. Sorry, are you guys, where did you guys stop telling me? I just found out I was mute. So a lot of sorry, can you guys still hear me? Who is following me? Let me be sure I'm together.
I'm following
Can
you,
you guys
sir.
still hear me? Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you. All right, great. So a lot of technologies or a lot of people are powering the blockchain. All right. So this is to show you that it is decentralized. All right. This is to show you that it is decentralized. So another factor I'll mention is wallets. What are wallets? Wallets are, or crypto wallets, as the case may be now. These are tools that you can use to send and receive your cryptocurrency and perform other kind of cryptocurrency transactions. Even when I talked about the swap, the stake, it is through your wallets that you can carry out all these on-chain or blockchain transactions. So the wallet is where it's just like that your bank account or that your purse where you put in your money, or your bank account where you put in your, someone says, oh, send this money to my account and give person account details. So these crypto wallets are like store values for your cryptocurrency assets. All right. So talking about wallets, there are different kinds of crypto wallets. I think as we go down the line, we will, talk about some of these things. All right. So there are a lot of cryptocurrency wallets. Okay. So that is it. So another factor we need to pay attention to is cryptography, which I explained earlier. So cryptography is the element or that factor that shows that the cryptocurrency asset it is safe and secure. There's privacy and it prevents fraudulent activity. That means that somebody can tamper with a transaction. All right, somebody can tamper with a transaction. All right, so it's safe and secure. This is what the cryptography helps to achieve. Okay, that somebody can just badge into your wallet. Then talking about wallets, I think I'll do a special teaching on wallets. I think I've done many teachings on wallets, but I'll go over some of these basics again. All right, so that we will learn some of these things. All right, so altcoins. Altcoins is simply means alternative coins. So, and when we are talking about these alternative coins simply means alternative to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency created. So every other cryptocurrency that was created after the creation of Bitcoin are called altcoins. All right. So altcoins means alternative coins, simply alternative to cryptocurrency. So the first altcoin that was created is the Ethereum. And this Ethereum is unique because this was how smart contract was introduced into the blockchain. That was a unique feature of the Ethereum blockchain, that they introduced the smart contract. And what does smart contract simply mean? This smart contract, Ethereum was the first, but the other cryptocurrency or altcoins that started that time, like Litecoin, Cardano. These are like first and foremost. These are other kinds of altcoins. In fact, like I explained earlier, any cryptocurrency that is not Bitcoin is altcoin. So any other cryptocurrency that I can think of that is not Bitcoin, they all fall under altcoin. But the king of alts is Ethereum. That is why when we are trying to get into alt season, everybody's paying attention to the market movement of Ethereum. That Bitcoin is moving. We've not seen a major. If you pay attention to the financial market, Bitcoin has been moving, but you've not really seen a major movement in altcoins. They are moving, but not any major significant move. When we start seeing a significant major move is when Ethereum starts moving, because it's the king of alts. So as Ethereum is now moving, we start seeing some of these altcoins, moving, doing X's and 100%, 200%, 3x, 4x, and they keep going. So this is just a little overview of how the financial system works, the evolution of money and introduction to what cryptocurrency is and how it works. So next week, our time is fast spent. So who has any question? So by next week, we'll be looking at types of cryptocurrency, types and kinds of cryptocurrency, because I'll be giving us a long list to get ready next week. So before we wrap it up, so let's quickly